These are not little animals. They are large mammals, not overly, easy environment to work in. It's very stressful and as far as like strenuous on the body physically. I don't think everybody can do that. My name is Jennifer Caughron, and I was a marine mammal trainer for 10 years. Most people that work with marine mammals have a 4-year college degree. My degree was animal science from University of Delaware, and there's also usually an internship involved to help get a full-time job, as there was quite a bit of competition for the positions. And I wasn't really sure if that was what I wanted to do for a career. I had my degree as animal science because I could do many different avenues with animals. I just loved animals. And once I did that internship, I knew that's something I wanted to pursue full-time. A lot of people think it's all fun and play with the dolphins, but honestly, I would say 80% of it is a lot of behind-the-scenes cleaning and prepping of food, prepping of sessions. There's a lot of paperwork involved. We had to write down everything we did with the animals. We'd start at 5 in the morning, thawing fish in a kitchen that you could eat off of the floor. It was that clean. After we did that, we'd usually have a meeting to decide who was going to do what for the day. We had sessions planned throughout the day, many different kinds of sessions. We would do training sessions to teach them new behaviors. We'd do medical sessions where they learned behaviors where we could make sure that they remained healthy, and we could check for their eyes and their bellies and do blood draws and et cetera that was needed. We would do enrichment sessions which were some of my favorite, because we would just bring out a bunch of toys and objects, or we would get in and swim with them and just enrich them in different ways. Really, it was just a bunch of different sessions, and after every session we would then have to record. And at that time there weren't computers like you guys have now, so we had notebooks for each animal, and we had to write down every interaction, how much they ate, what their behavior was like. The first time I got in the water with the dolphins and belugas actually was at Mystic when I was an intern. And it was a combination of excitement and nervousness, because these are not little animals. They are large mammals. To my 130 pounds to their 600 to 700 pounds. They're bigger than you think when you get in the water with them. So I was very excited to have that opportunity, and also just very cautious and nervous to make sure that that I built trust with them, and that I understood that I was in their environment now, not mine. I love the water, but it's not where I live the most of the time. It's their environment. The aforementioned belugas that I mentioned, that I enjoyed working with so much. We lost one of the beluga whales while I was there, and she passed, Anor passed away. And it was my first experience with that. It was very early in my time there. And it happens. Mammals die, just like us humans die. But it was definitely, there 1 minute, not the next. Kind of was very sudden. And that was very, very hard for me at the time to process. The upper management decided to remove the belugas from the aquarium. And that was very hard for me because we as the passionate staff that worked with them had no say in this. And although it made sense and it was understandable at the time, it was very hard like family members that are, going somewhere else. They had very good care. I was able to scuba dive with the belugas before they left. And they came over to me and just laid there, and I rubbed their belly and their mouth. They love to have their tongues rubbed, and stayed there for quite a while. And that was, a memory that I get to take with me. So it made the blow of them leaving a little bit easier. We also had another animal pass away. In that case, was very different. It was an animal that had been sick over a long period of time. Again, this was just a chronic problem that she actually had her entire life, that we managed for her, and she lived a long life, but it became obvious that she was in pain, and we had to make the decision whether to continue that or not, or to let her go easily. It was amazing that she had been living as long as she had, and I feel honored that we were able to give her a really good life, and where otherwise possibly in the ocean that would not have been the case. At the time, anytime a new aquarium would open, activists would come and express their opinion. And I'm totally fine with everyone expressing their own opinion on subjects, but I have a problem when it's not an educated opinion. And we had heard rumbles that there would be activists that would come into the show, and their goal is, our goal is to keep the animals safe. Activists can sometimes be very detrimental to what they're trying to, I guess, save. And so we were worried about them doing something or jumping in the water where they could be at harm. And they did stop the show by holding up signs. They did not try to do anything to the animals, except that we noticed a change in behavior in the dolphins, and we thought that they may have had like a high-pitched machine, which they have been known to use in other settings. Nobody left. Everybody stayed there calmly, and the activists were escorted out. And when I came back on the microphone to thank everybody, they gave us a standing ovation. And that, to this day, it makes me just, know that we were making a difference in a good way. Being in your young 20s and hearing like the two sides like that can be very confusing at times and stressful. What I took away from it was that they truly didn't understand or even want to understand the situation. They just had a goal in mind. I really learned through my time there that it's just part of the deal. If I felt like they were not 100% acting their normal behavior and healthy, I would not have been there. They've survived in the wild through everything we've done to their environment by adapting and changing their behavior and working around pollution and everything else that we put out there. Zoos and aquariums that are accredited, that have been, that have gone through that process, do a lot of good in this world. And it may make them think twice about buying a plastic water bottle or throwing trash into the Chesapeake Bay. They may start a program to help the Chesapeake Bay because they went to the aquarium. I think we helped that through zoos and aquariums. I think you need to be passionate I think you should be passionate in anything that you choose as a career. But when you're going to work with live animals, and quite honestly, not very good pay, not overly, easy environment to work in. It's very stressful, and as far as like strenuous on the body physically. I don't think everybody can do that. I am hopeful that there will always be people that want to and that will continue to do it. I've grown my passion for marine mammals through my time there, and hope that I continue to make a difference in other ways, even though I'm not there anymore. Do I think that all environments with animals and mammals, marine mammals, is wrong? No. I think that they're adapted, they're treated well, and the ocean and the general wild for animals is not easy. I think that's forgotten too. It's not an easy environment. Any opportunity I get, I will observe them and help protect them.